Hello everyone and welcome to another high-low game of Age of Empires. Today we find ourselves behind closed walls on Arena to witness a match between Blade playing as the red Vietnamese and King Marv playing as the blue Mayans. Now as the players explore their bases, herd their herdables, and try to go up to feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. The first thing you'll notice about the Vietnamese, I'm going to highlight them, is that you see exactly where your opponent or opponents are out on the map, which is an invaluable bonus in my opinion. If you've watched my streams, you know I harp on about map vision. I think it is one of the most important factors in a 1v1. Their economic upgrades cost no wood, and they have access to 2 archer units, which I would describe as anti-archer archers. Now, why do I say that? Let's get into the 2 archers. The first one is their unique unit, which is the Rattan Archer. Very high pierce armor. I think the basic one starts with a 4. The elite goes up to 6, and it's the second fastest foot archer in the game, second only to the Mayan plumed archer, which I'll talk about in a minute. Now, the second archer that they have that I would classify as an anti-archer archer is the Imperial Skirmisher, which is a tankier, more upgraded version of the elite skirmisher that gets a +5 attack bonus against other archers and starts with a base armor of 5. So overall, 2 very cool archer units are available to the Vietnamese, which is classified technically as an archer civ because their archery range units do get 20% extra HP and they get conscription for free. So they get tougher, stronger archers that build quicker. Now, the cool thing about Vietnamese is they have 2 interesting upgrades, although I almost never see these 2 in a 1v1 matchup. The first one is they can upgrade their elephants to get an extra 100 HP, which together with bloodlines make their elephants the tankiest in the game, with the exception of the Persian war elephants. Now, for all you pot lovers out there, a fully upgraded Vietnamese elite battle elephant comes with a massive 420 HP. Their second upgrade is they can upgrade their lumberjacks to also generate gold. Now, the amount of gold is tiny, and the cost of the upgrade is 600 wood, 350 gold. So use this upgrade at your discretion if you've got a lot of lumberjacks, if you're playing on a map like Black Forest, Mishi, or if it's pronounced Michi, or generally you've got basically a shit ton of lumberjacks. This might be an interesting upgrade for you to get, although I almost never see it. Now, opposing our Vietnamese, we have the Mayans, which in my opinion is one of the coolest civilizations. Comes with a whole grab bag of additional bonuses, upgrades, technologies, etc. The first thing you'll notice is they start with 1 extra villager, but 50 less food, and their resources last 15% longer. Their walls are also 50% off, so buy one, get one free, although I don't really expect to see that bonus in use much because we already start the game with a bunch of walls in place. Their foot archers get progressively cheaper as the game goes by, all the way up to 30% in Imperial, and their skirmishers can get upgraded to fire a second weaker projectile. They have, in my opinion, the best eagle warriors in the game because they can research, I want to call it El Dorado. I think it's called El Dorado. That adds 40 HP to their eagles, which gives them 100 HP, which is the highest, I think, in the game. Their unique unit, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, is the Plumed Archer, a very fast, very tanky archer that's good at killing infantry. So we have essentially 2 civilizations with a lot of very cool features and bonuses and upgrades, very archer focused. So I'm wondering if we're going to basically see an archer war in this game, or whether, our Vietnamese player goes archer and the natural counter to that is the eagle, or if he'll go elephants. I mean, I'm hoping Blade goes elephants just because who doesn't love to see elephants in Age of Empires? In the meantime, though, as I'm rambling, the players have built up their economies, 200 food, 150 food. Neither player going up to feudal at the moment. This is a walled off map, so let's take a look at their starting positions and see if any player here is at a particular advantage. I like Marv's base here, if I can call him Marv. He only has 2 sides to defend. Did he delete this one wall here? Doesn't matter, it still is walled off. He only has to defend 2 sides, as I mentioned, which is always easier. Our red Vietnamese player, on the other hand, has 1, 2, and a tiny little third. So not the end of the world here for Blade. I would maybe wall off this area here to give himself access to this this kind of inset of land and have access to more bamboo and just land for farms. King Marv, I think overall though, is in a better situated position because his base does have this back portion here that's naturally defended by the wall that he started with, whereas our Vietnamese player doesn't really have that big of a expansion area in the back. If he wants to expand here, as I said, he'd have to wall off this portion. So situational advantage to King Marv, but not really game ending or etc. Let's see what King Marv has seen on the map. He's seen 1 relic, 2 relics. Our Vietnamese player has seen 1 relic, 2 relics as well. So I wonder if we'll see in this game the standard kind of 3-part arena meta that I think I've mentioned in other games, where the first phase is go up to castle as fast as possible, avoid any kind of major feudal age battles or investments, let's say, and just try to get to castle ASAP. The second is the relic gathering phase, which I like to call relic wars, because then you usually see scout cav, light cav fighting and monks dying over these relics. And the third phase, once the relics are collected, is the beat the shit out of each other phase, which of course is my favorite and probably is everyone's favorite, where the players just mass their armies. And, you know, there might be one huge engagement. There might be a few medium-sized engagements. Hopefully we see some huge cataclysmic battles here between these civilizations. But for now, both players going up to feudal, literally 6 seconds apart. So fantastic here. 26 villagers for Marv, 26 villagers for our red Vietnamese Blade. And like I said, because the map is walled off, you can go up to feudal a little bit later on the back of 26 villagers instead of the usual 20. And that's why you see the players are hitting feudal at the 12-minute mark instead of the usual quicker time. Now, what is Blade building here? A stable and a blacksmith. Our blue Mayan, a market, and a blacksmith. Okay, so as I was saying, I think both players are still in phase 1, where they're trying to get up to feudal, rather castle. Take a look at their resources. Blade has 800 food, 200 gold, and is immediately going up to castle. The exact same thing for King Marv. So the second these two structures are finished, yeah, right as I say that, right as I start my sentence, he does go up to castle. Okay, behind this, though, both players still at 28 villagers. Marv is just not exploring the map at all. His Eagle Scouts saw the 2 relics that I mentioned at the beginning of the game, but right now, look at Blade's map vision. He saw a 3rd relic. Now he finally sees the 4th. Where's the 5th? Is up here. So he's very close to seeing this. Literally 2 tiles away from seeing this. We'll follow along the journey of his scout. No, he's going the wrong way. Okay, so we're not going to follow him. Another scout bypasses this. Dear Lord, look at the size of this Komodo dragon. I think it's the same size as the scout cavalry. Look at this. Oh man, that hissing sound is very scary. Yeah, look at the comparative sizes. Wow, very cool. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with on this map. It's not tigers, it's not bears, it's not angry mothers-in-law, it's Komodo dragons. And for now, advantage for Blade in terms of map vision, which I think explains the higher score, even though both players are sitting at the same exact villager count. And Blade, though, yeah, so he's building a bunch of scout cavalry. I wonder if this is to protect the relics that he's seen out on the map. He's got exactly 4 scouts. He's seen exactly 4 relics. So he might just position these. Yeah, and as I say that, he puts the one near a relic. This one's going south. Let's see if it just stops at the relic. Nope. Okay, so he just wants to see. He wants confirmation that it's still there. At town center going down for Blade. 2 town centers going down for Marv. Okay, fantastic here. I love this this location. Gives him access to the gold. Gives him access to this bamboo forest. Stone, bamboo. Anytime you can kill 2 or more resources with 1 stone. Usually it's 2 because, you know, farms you can plop down anywhere on any side. And now with 3rd town center also going down in a forward position. Not a big fan of this one, but I kind of get it. You know, what is he going to do? He can't put it here because then it's basically right next to this town center. I just don't like this one just by virtue of the fact that it's, you know, any archer unit standing here or any siege unit standing here will have basically direct access. But my god, is Blade in Marv's face here. Look at this. I know you can see me. I just want to be able to see you, is basically what he's saying. Has he seen the fifth relic? He has not seen the fifth relic yet. He's explored basically every corner. Take a look at the bottom center, the mini map. Blade has explored 99% of the map. Unfortunately for him, this relic is still in the 1%. I don't expect to see any protests, but for now, 2 monks out for Blade, no monks out for our blue Mayan. Who, what is he doing? Building houses. Okay. Going up to 44 villagers is our Mayan player. Going up to 43 is our Vietnamese. So equal kind of development stage here. And now I see a very slow red dot plotting its way across the map. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you think that you should go for the further relic, or should he go for the closer relic just because it is the safer option? By the time this monk gets out here, he can come under attack. It's a long journey there. It's a long journey back. A 4th town center here for King Marv going to the back. Is he investing too much in eco and letting Blade just have his way with this map? And finally, Blade discovers this 5th relic, doubles back just to make sure. He can't believe his eyes. He's finally found it. Look at it shimmering in the sunlight. And now his monk is on his way home with the relic. He's got 4 monks. Another slow red dot moving out onto the field, going to get the north one. Where are the other monks? Okay, another one just leaving the base, going to get the one that's closer. So I'm not a fan of what King Marv is doing, which is sitting back, developing his base, which, by the way, is fine. But also, you need some kind of map presence, some kind of map vision. Look at his vision right now. It extends to 2 or 3 tiles beyond his base. So what does he really see? What information does he have? Age of Empires is a game of strategy, a game of wits and skill and brains. And one thing you need to do is make informed decisions. When you don't see anything that's happening out on the map, how can you possibly make informed decision? Does he, like, for example, you see these 2 scout cavalry. Are they a prelude? Or now you see a 3rd. Now they're attacking the wall. Is this a prelude to a bigger invasion force? Is just an annoyance? Is your opponent out on the map? Well, you're going the wrong way. Okay, so Marv here has abdicated total control of the map to Blade, who is now going to have all 5 relics. And now he's coming here with a siege workshop, which Marv does not see because he's not out onto the map. So, oh, as I say, that deletes the siege workshop, places it a little further back. I think he wants it to be a bigger surprise. Not that it wasn't a big surprise here, because like I said, Marv is completely in the dark. That being said, he's going up to almost 80 villagers at the 22-minute mark of the game, while our red Vietnamese is staying at 65. So economic advantage here will be going to Marv. Let's see his allocation. Let's try to predict what kind of units he's going to try to build here. 24 on wood, 32 on food, 11 on gold, 9. I mean, we know why he has 9 on stone. There's going to be a castle coming up sometime soon. And now he sees the 2 monks. I mean, what do you think if you're Marv here? Okay, he's trying to convert villagers, trying to be so annoying. I mean, you know, what do you do? Is it better to get all this idle time with villagers, or is it just better to lose 2 villagers and keep mining the stone? I leave it up to you. Okay, so Blade agrees with my assessment that he needs to take this little insert of land and walls it off. Not a big fan of the structure wall off, to be honest. The market has a good amount of HP, but these houses are weak. University going down, and our red Vietnamese has clicked up to Imperial and has 1 mangonel. He's got to be careful, though. Number 1, he doesn't have vision of what's going on in Marv's base, with the exception of seeing the siege workshop. So he doesn't know if he opens this, what the hell is going to come pouring out. And whatever, number 2, whatever comes pouring out, this is what Marv Blade has to defend it, which in Castle Age is a weak army. Now, is there support for this? Okay, abandoned this outpost at 97% because the mangonel, and there we go. The 9 villagers on stone finally reveal why they were on stone, and a castle is going up. Okay, so Blade here is just putting on a little bit of pressure. I wouldn't call this game ending or really serious pressure. I wonder if this is all just a distraction. Oh, not one, but two mangonel shots to the face. A fourth town center going down here. Okay, Blade is planning on being aggressive. You don't put a town center here unless you either plan to ring it with defenses, a castle. He's got 8 on stone himself, so we might see a castle soon, or some kind of archery ranges, siege workshops, whatever. Otherwise, you place a town center here because you don't really expect it to get attacked at the moment. And the reason you don't expect it to get attacked is because you're the one doing the attacking. Oh, he's got to be careful here. Oh, no. Although got to convert on a villager. This is not something you see every day. A villager attacking a mangonel, a villager repairing the mangonel. And now this villager is just going to die to a bunch of arrow fire from the castle. The outpost is going to go down. Might as well cancel that. And yeah, okay, like I said, you don't put a town center here unless you plan on defending it. And now we're 27 minutes in. Our Vietnamese player is an Imperial, but not far behind him is King Marv, a minute and a half away. And here come the Eagles. Amazing. How many barracks are we putting down? 6 barracks. Okay. Ah, I love this by Blade. Oh, yeah, this is fantastic. I mean, he has decided that map vision is incredibly important. He agrees with my assessment, and he is just ringing King Marv's base with outposts. So, okay. Who wins this? Let's see. Okay, the monk wins it. So here you go. You have your first ever Vietnamese plumed archer. With these outposts, Blade is basically going to see everything. I mean, let's take a look at his map vision now. Oh my god. Oh my god, does he see everything. Amazing play here by Blade so far. Now he's being annoying with the scout cavalry who have basically, you know, they've served their purpose. They've protected the relics. They protected the monks who are gathering the relics. A second castle going down here. Why is Blade being so defensive here? Okay, he's getting Bracer, he's getting Thumbring, he's getting Chemistry. I wonder what kind of unit he's planning on producing. This very cool looking Rat Hen Archer. Look at that, that Pierce Armor 4, base 4. And I'm assuming we're going to see an elite version at some point too, just because he has gone up to 102 villagers. King Marv, though, not to be outdone, is going up to 123 villagers and is in Imperial and is getting the elite... Oh, I clicked the wrong button. He is getting the elite Eagle Warrior upgrade. So we're going to see Rat Hen Archers against elite Eagle Warriors. I wonder if he'll get El Dorado. That way I can actually check to make sure that I have the right name. But my god, not to be outdone by the Rat Hen. Look at their Pierce Armor, also at a 4. And what do... I don't think the Rat Hen Archers get any particular bonus against Eagles. Anything unique. So it'll be very interesting to see. We're going up to 16 Rattan. We have 10 Eagles. And King Marv is starting to push back. His first trebuchet is unfurling itself. Oh, wow. They are quite strong against the Eagle Warriors. He needs to get... Yeah, okay. I was going to say he needs to get the final upgrade. And right as I say that, he gets it. So his Pierce Armor is now at an 8. So this is going to take a lot of volleys from these guys. Oh, no, loses a Mangonel to take down a good chunk of Eagles. He's going up to 15 Eagles, 3 Rams. Okay, so King Marv says, I don't really care what you produce. I have my game plan in mind. I'm going to let you take the relics. I'm going to let you take map vision if you ever do finish construction of these outposts. I was fanboying out on these outposts, but now, of course, he doesn't finish them. I just have a game plan, and that game plan is Eagles. I know you're playing Vietnamese. I know that means you're probably going to go Archer, not, you know, the 420 elephants. And so I'm going to counter your Archers with my Eagles. 2 Rams here. Oh, going to get taken out by these villagers. I mean, the Rattans are pretty strong. They attack on an 11. Still needs to get the last upgrade, though. Last defensive upgrade for them. Okay, Blade holding off here. And now there's a bit of a stalemate in the center of the map. Marv is throwing away these eagles, though. I'm not a big fan of this. You're engaging into a castle with inferior numbers. I mean, in equal numbers, I think I would give this to the eagles, but it's not equal. It's not equal numbers, right? I wonder if he's relying on these rams to be the damage dealers, but they're not really being the damage dealers right now, just because there's so few of them. This castle is in jeopardy. He is running out of stone here, and he's getting scale barding armor. Okay, is he planning on? I pray to see some elephants. Oh, well, don't enter the castle kill zone. Although realistically, he's building scout cavalry. So I want, you know, it's like those memes, what you order, what you get. What you order is an elite battle elephant with bloodlines and 420 HP. What you get is a scout cavalry. Oh man, they're just gonna, I mean, their archers are generally weak as shit against rams, but my god, by virtue of the number, he is just tickling away that HP. Oh, look at this adorable one villager repairing. Now finally some comrades come and repair it as well. And now he's expanding here. Archers of his own. Okay. I wonder if we're you know, I was expecting to see plumed, but unfortunately we're only seeing one plumed. Okay, elite skirmisher, we're getting bracer. So I wonder if we will see at the end of the day an archer war here, which I would give handily to Blade, if not for all those cool bonuses that the Mayans get. I mean, remember, skirmishers can get a second spear. Their archers are 30% cheaper, so they essentially become trash units. That being said, for now, it's a war of stone attrition here. Whose castle will go down first? Marv's aggression is completely ended, and his castle has gone down. Giant pile of rubble. Does he really care, though? He's going up to 9 elite skirmishers, 43 eagle warriors. Where are these 43? Yeah, they're right here. Let's see it. Let's see a huge, like I said, let's see a big titanic clash between these two. I don't know that elite skirmishers are really the answer here to Blade, to Marv rather, because take a look at their pierce armors at a 10. So even with the attack bonus against other archers, which I think is either a 3 or a 4, don't quote me on that. I mean, obviously, as the caster, I should know. It's either a +3 or a +4. So these elite skirmishers are not going to do anything against these rattan archers. I mean, you need them in huge quantities. And here we go. I am rambling on about elite skirmishers, but here come the eagles. Yeah, Blade has to disengage here. I wonder if he spent too much time fighting the scout cavalry, though. Okay, he's getting, oh my god, the one of the 2 upgrades I said I almost never see, paper money. This is the one that lumberjacks generate gold, but he's only got 36 lumberjacks. So I don't think that's a very wise or a very efficient use of his resources. That being said, these scout cavalry are now light cavalry. They're going to be a pain in the ass for these villagers. Another castle going down here. So he's essentially ringed this town center that he built in the early stages, I guess, early stages of Castle, or rather early stages of Imperial, whenever he built it, with a ring of 1, 2, 3, 4 castles, and no fewer than 51 archers. Against that, though, we do have 49 elite eagles, which are now still 1 upgrade away from being fully upgraded. Oh my god, get the last upgrade. He is busy getting archer upgrades. I wonder if he realizes he missed the last attack upgrade. And here we go. Let's see what I mean, these elite skirmishers are useless. Honestly, they get countered so easily by these light cav. Please don't engage the light cav. He engages the light cav, which gives these rattan archers an opportunity to just snipe them down in exchange for cheap trash units. Look at this body, though. 457. Wisely retreats. You can't engage this many. Why is he breaking off a portion of his elite eagles? I mean, King Marv here has the better unit, right? Plus, now we've got 4 of these siege rams coming with their 195 pierce armor. So they're going to be difficult as shit to take down. We've got Trebs behind this. Why did he disengage half his eagles, I wonder? Okay, I mean, is this really a priority right now? While your comrades are dying, you got, you know, the easier army duty of attacking a mining camp. Nah, I mean, you can't do this. King Marv is making a blunder here. He's splitting his eagles up way too much. I mean, what are you doing killing villagers right now? That should not be a priority. And here we go. You know, I was having a discussion with a viewer about murder holes. And he made a very good point that usually it's siege rams or any kind of rams that are attacking a castle. But I made what I think, you know, as the person who said it, a very wise observation that a lot of times units path through this kind of DMZ, this demilitarized zone right adjacent to a castle. And it's such a cheap upgrade. 300 total resources. I guess the 100 stone is expensive at this stage of the game, but both players have that and can easily buy it. They have the gold to buy it. But okay, nice. Our Vietnamese player listens to me from across time and space and finally gets murder holes. As I was saying, how many of those eagles just ran around this castle that could have been damaged or killed by murder holes? And now the eagle count has been just lowered to 15. This is a garbage amount of eagles. I like the pike, but again, Marv is making the same mistake. He's engaging into these light cav, which I guess he kind of has to. But in the meantime, 57 Rattan archers are just decimating whatever army he has. And look at the bottom of your screen. Look how little HP is being reduced. All of these elite skirmishers got what, 60 HP? I want to rewind that. I want to take a look. So we have 23 elite archers, which if these were longbows, if these were, you know, any other kind of foot archer, this would be a C, you know, you wouldn't want to engage into this because this is a trash unit, 30% cheaper. But 23 elite archers. Our Rattan archers have 2200 HP. And let's take a look. So, sorry, I actually have a little less. 2164. Not to be, you know, too overly specific. So 23 elite skirmishers. Some of whom are firing somewhere else, but I captured those as well. So far have taken down 20 HP of our Rattan archer. Maybe more, maybe less, I don't know. The point is, elite skirmishers do jack shit against Rattan archers. I mean, you've got a pierce armor of 10 against the unit that attacks on a 10. So they are basically like, imagine if you gave a bunch of babies spears and sent them into battle. That's about as useful as these elite skirmishers are against these archers. Marv made the same mistake twice, I think, here, where he had the better unit, the better composition. He had the numbers, I think, 40 or so of these guys. The problem is, the first engage, he stopped along the way to do some sightseeing with some scout cavalry. The second time he stopped along the way to do some sightseeing with light cav. Both times, these Rattan archer, I mean, you can have the best, you can have 8 pierce armor. But if 57 archers are firing at you, and these are, yeah, so he did get the upgrade, and now they're at 100 HP. So how cool is that instead of the usual 60? So by far, the better unit here was Marv's. The better composition was Marv's. The numbers went to Marv. But because he stopped along the way, because he was more interested in killing, you know, these light cav, which attack on a 9, and he has 3 armor, so they do 6 damage. They're basically doing nothing to your unit. It gave the Rattan archers, Rattan, I'm going to look up how to pronounce it after the game, an opportunity to just continually damage and snipe these eagles. So he made that mistake. The first engage, he made that mistake, and then he split off half his eagles, and they went north for some reason and started attacking a mining camp, which, by the way, is still there. So a couple of strategic blunders here by King Marv. That being said, you love to see it. Let's take a look at the stats. 114 Rattan archers against, 147 elite eagles. So any day of the week, you take blue over red here, right? I mean, This is a anti-archer unit, and this is an archer unit. So you take the anti over the archer any day of the week, plus the numbers. Unfortunately for him, again, his engages were just terrible. Terrible. I don't know if he was microing somewhere else. I don't know what kind of game plan he had in mind when he split off half his eagles in the first engage. But my God, look at that APM out of Marv. Fantastic. Max APM of 231. Amazing. So let's take a look at the kill count. Our red Vietnamese has killed about 250. Marv has killed about 170. And overall, I mean, production facilities here are great for both players. 4 castles building the units. You know, both players made a decision, I think, before this game even started, or I guess it was the second this game started, if they did random civ instead of choosing the civs. Our red Vietnamese blade said, I'm building rattan archers. King Marv, our blue Mayan, said, I'm building eagles. How many barracks? Apologies to anyone on a smaller screen. 8 barracks. I would have liked to see maybe 11 or 12, given the villager count. He's got 130 villagers. Look how many farms this is. 51 farms. So he can produce eagle warriors for days. Take a look at 3,800 food. You know, maybe throw in something to counter the light cav. But overall, Blade came up with 2 things happened. Blade came up with an interesting composition that countered Marv. Because these light cav presented themselves on the field, Marv had to deal with them. And because he had to deal with them, these rattan archers had the opportunity to just snipe Marv's units as they were dealing with them. And they nullified the elite skirmishers entirely. Not that, again, in my opinion, the elite skirmishers were doing much at all. I mean, you saw how much HP they basically tickled away from these archers. Basically, the 23 elites got half an archer in exchange. So elites were pretty useless in this game. But the second thing that worked out for Blade, aside from unit composition and the introduction of a more and more light cav, which is going up to 18, was Marv's actual engage strategy or tactics. So like I said, the first engage, he ripped off half his army to go north for some reason. The second engage, he stopped to fight these light cav instead of just completely ignoring them and charging directly into the rattan archers, even though they do have a castle. One castle should not scare, you know, eagle warriors. Again, 8 pierce armor. Maybe don't engage if Blade retreats, which Blade probably would have done. But anyway, crystal ball, who knows what happened. Maybe in an alternate quantum universe, you know, he charged into the rattan archers and I as a caster said brilliant move. But for now, in this game, a very hard fought battle in the center, neither player giving up an inch. And at the end of the day, King Marv taps out and Blade gets the hard fought W. But GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.